my channel. My name is Chelsea, for those of you who don't know me. If you are new here, hello. I work for Disney World and I work in Magic Kingdom and attractions. So if you haven't seen my what attractions cast members want you to know video, go ahead, click this video and the link will be down in the description. But today I want to talk about the 22 honest truths of being a Disney World cast member. As you can see, that this article is a BuzzFeed article, so I'm not spilling anything. I am just discussing everything that's public knowledge. Yes, there are tunnels. No, they aren't magical. I was almost never surprised to be in the Utilidors, but when I did, I walked with confidence even if I was lost. So this is the entrance to the tunnel. The tunnel spans the entire underside of the park. When Walt built Disney World, this was the second attempt after Disneyland, and if you guys know Disneyland, it is surrounded by a bunch of fast food chains and other hotels. So Walt wanted to create a more like serene environment, like closed off, and only Disney would be surrounding that. You guys look at Disney World, it's its own like community and such. He wanted to create the tunnels which ran underneath the park, which would help cast members get to their area. So like people in a cowboy costume that worked in Frontierland wouldn't end up in Fantasyland or Tomorrowland because that just doesn't fit show. If you guys want, you can take the Keys to the Kingdom tour, which is like $100 to $200 per person, and you can go into tunnels and get a nice lovely VIP tour guide to take you down there, and you guys can see what it's like down there. The costuming department is amazing. Yeah. So this is really what our costuming looks like right there. This is like entertainment costuming, and I did a all about Disney costuming video, which I will also link in the description down below. Entertainment costuming and our regular costumes are in separate buildings. It's just rows and rows of costumes that just differ by size, and that's really it. I mean, it's fun to walk in there to see all of the costumes displayed, but I don't just get to touch princess dresses every day because entertainment costuming is completely different, and I just can't go in and to try on Cinderella's dress because only Cinderella wears Cinderella's dress. Duh. If you see a cast member named Chris from Orlando, their name probably isn't Chris and they probably aren't from Orlando. Yes, I mean, there are a few Chris's that are from Orlando, but as you know, Disney is a first name company, so we always need to wear a name tag even if it's not our name. There are parties exclusively for cast members, and they come straight from every Disney nerd's dreams. Okay, so these pictures should not be published. As a cast member, we get tours of dark rides with lights on, parties where special characters come out, and special access to parks after hours. Is pretty legit. We don't get special access to parks after hours. That is false. We can sign up for backstage tours to get tours of rides like this. We do maybe get a couple parties, like when I worked in Hollywood Studios 2 years ago. We had a special event where we had Club Villain, and we had the 4 villains come out and we were able to meet them. They'll do special, like, not parties, but like character meet and greets in the tunnels every once in a while. So we met like Oogie Boogie, and then they switched off with Jack and Sally for like Halloween, and then for New Year's and Christmas they do it as well. So here's my picture for New Year's. I got with Donald. So they switch off with characters, but we don't just get to walk and take these pictures, unfortunately. So that is a rumor, sort of. We have to stay on schedule, and we're not sorry. You're late for your Fast Pass, you lose, you get nothing. Good day, sir. We can't make exception for Fast Pass meet and greets and reservations if you're late. Unfortunately, there has to be a cutoff somewhere, and if you wait till the last minute, we're going to turn you away. You gotta stick to the clock, but it's nothing personal. False. That is very false. If you are 2 hours late to your Fast Pass, you're gonna come up to scan, and I'm gonna go, hi, why are you 2 hours late? And then you're gonna give me an excuse of saying, oh, we were stuck in traffic, or oh, our baby was sleeping, and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna say grant access, and I'm gonna let you in the ride. Reservations, I think, are different, and they might hold your reservation for a certain time. Mostly, I won't let you in early for your Fast Pass. If you're late, I'll normally let you in unless you're more than like 4 hours late and it's peak season. Then I'm gonna be like, hi, you missed your Fast Pass, sorry, try to change it for later. But it's a slow day. If you're 3 hours late, why were you late? Oh, our thing took long. Okay, come in. Like, doesn't matter. So that is a rumor. That is a rumor. Sometimes we stay in character even when we visit the parks as a guest. Oh god, I almost just said, excuse me, princess, to the little girl at the nature center. Yeah. There has been a couple times when I've almost said happy birthday to a couple people. But it's just weird because sometimes people can just tell you're a cast member. The whole like pointing with two fingers thing, I do it all the time. I used to do it at my old work and everything. So, yeah. Cast members have a certain way they point with two fingers. And this is outside of Chatham Square. So this is probably on one of the ICP's last day, and they just all took a picture together. So that's really cute. It's called the Disney point. We point with two fingers because it is offensive in some languages to point with one. We can also use like a full hand gesture. So I normally just point with two fingers, and literally you will see me doing like this all day. Even when I'm spieling to our queue, like, hi, move all the way forward, fill in all of the available space. I do it all the time. We're the best people to go to the parks with because we know them inside and out. Too bad no one had a telecast. It has all the info. So we did this thing, and it's like a times guide for us, and it has all of the information about the different parks and what times everything is. So it's just kind of a little bit easier to read. It has different phone numbers if we need to call someone or whatever than a times guide. We're not allowed to pull them out unless we're working. So we're only supposed to have them if we're working, and if we're not working, we're supposed to use the actual regular times guide. We have to follow a Disney look. Yes, we can have colored hair. We can have like normal colors, so like blonde, brown, black. We can dye our hair, we can highlight our hair, we just have to keep up with it. We can't have like really Jurassic ombres, and guys can't have really shaggy hair. Their beard either needs to be fully grown in or fully shaven off. There's a whole thing on that, and I didn't really talk about that as much, but I talked about like Disney look. If you guys want to check out the video, it's what to wear to traditions. That's gonna be linked in the description as well. We do in fact fangirl over Mickey Mouse. I can't believe that that my boss is Mickey Mouse. We do fangirl over Mickey Mouse. We do fangirl over Cinderella all the time. We're going to meet Mickey, like, oh my god, I'm so excited that you're here today, like normal. So excited to get a picture with you and post it, and yeah. If we had $1 for every time we asked someone to stay behind the yellow line, we would be retired by now. This is a thing, this is an event. Someone made Disney point at Hurricane Irma and tourist stays behind the yellow line. That was funny. It's mainly attractions, and we don't necessarily have a yellow line at Pan. We have 1s, 2s, and 3s. If I had $1 for every time I told someone to wait on the 1s, I always say if I had $1 for every time I've said you don't have a fast pass, if I had $1 for every time I said did you look further down the road for your stroller, and to move all the way forward, filling in all the available space. That is also in that category. Our feet hurt almost 100% of the time. Yeah, so this was me when I was merchandise. I walked 20, 30,000 steps a day, but I also would go to the parks before and after my shift. Now I'm not like that. I do walk in attractions, like I'll walk on the belts. For Peter Pan, oh, no, that thing of the whole, how many steps do you get in a day? Listen, I am only on a belt for about 45 minutes, and normally I'm not even there for half the time because normally I get rotation or my break is what I want to say. So I'm only there for half the time. My Fitbit does not count steps on the belt unless I'm going backwards, which really just sucks. So I don't have these 20,000 steps days anymore. I'm lucky if I get 10,000 steps, which just really sucks. So I'm just too tired to go to the parks. So if I went to the parks every day, I would have that, but I don't. Friends that work at rides with long wait times are very valuable. One friend is working for Space Mountain, another friend is working for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. If I was in Florida, I have no wait for those rides. I'm not gonna say that I don't do this, but if my line is 3 hours long, you're not getting in my ride. If there's no people at Fast Pass, I might let you in, but we're not supposed to do this. Sometimes I'll make an exception, like a magical moment or something, but normally I don't do it, especially because people will come up to me when the wait time is like an hour or two, but if there's no one in the Fast Pass line, even like regular guests, sometimes I'll let them through the Fast Pass line. You can make anyone happy with a Disney sticker, so we have tons of stickers everywhere. Yes and no. We, as attractions, don't have cast members, but like merchandise and random other people will always carry stickers with them. So usually if you want a sticker, go to a merchandise store. We always get hit up for Disney tickets. Yes. So we get comp tickets and we get guest passes. Well, full-timers and part-timers get guest passes. Us as CPs get comp tickets. So we get 3 comp tickets for every 150 hours we work, and that's for a calendar year. So technically for a full program, we could get 18 comp tickets. I didn't have this problem when I was on my first program, but now that I'm here for my second program, I'm getting tons of people like, hey, do you have an extra comp ticket? And I'm like, I haven't talked to you in how long? You're not getting my comp ticket. I'm trying to save it for family and friends that want to come down and see me, so, you know. A lot of times we let mean guests roll off of our backs. Every cast member has those days where you just don't care what anyone says to you. But we came all the way from guest relations will hear about this. How dare you not predict my needs? You've ruined our vacation. Yeah. I actually had a lady yesterday. So I went to Universal yesterday, and obviously I don't work at Universal. So I went and stopped in the candy store on the way out, and I'm looking at the showcase, and there's this lady with her grandchild, and she's like, what do you want? Do you want this apple? Do you want this apple? And the kid's like, I want the Minion. And the lady's like, okay, well, how about not that one? How about like something else? And the kid's like, no, I want the Minion. So they're deciding what they want. So I pass her, because there's no line forming anywhere, and I get behind the guy that ordered, and I went to the cash register, and I was like, hi, can I have this cookie? And she's like, can I order? And I looked at her and I'm like, what? And she's like, I've been scanning here. Can I order, please? I was like, I'm literally just getting your cookie. And she's like, well, that's very rude. I was standing here first. She's like, can someone just please help me? I need to get my grandchild something. We went all around this park for 2 hours trying to find ice cream. Ma'am, I'm literally just getting your cookie. Like, I will be done in 3 seconds. So this other lady came and helped her. And then she's like, that was really rude, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, awesome. That's that whole aspect. That's that annual pass holder type thing of the whole like, well, we just bought annual passes. There was this other person that came up. They were 12 hours early for their fast pass. And this girl was like, no, you're 12 hours early. No. So they go, okay, fine. So they went to guest relations and they got a disability pass, which they must have finessed the guest relations person because you can't get a disability pass that easily. They came back and they're like, we need return time. And she's like, okay, come back in an hour. And they were like, well, we're stockholders and shareholders in the company, and we're sure the company would not like to hear about this. Oh, and we're annual pass holders too. She's like, okay, come back in an hour. Like, you have to wait just like everybody else. We respect parents who power through a full day of parks. Listen, I can't even do a full day of parks anymore. I used to be able to before my college before this college program. I was able to do it on my first college program. I cannot do it now. I will be that lady sitting in the stroller. Like, I cannot. We're great at telling stories. While working at Snow White's Scary Adventure. Excuse me, but what is that stall there for? Me looks at the stall on top of the unload console. That stall was a gift from the evil queen. She felt like it needed to add aesthetic to the area. So which dwarf is it? Shifty eyes and whispers. The 8th one. Completely into the story. What's his name? Gullible. He believed anything people told him, and now look what happened. Yeah. Is Peter Pan closed? Yes. Well, why? Well, Tinkerbell ran out of pixie dust, so we don't have enough pixie dust to power the ride, so she needed to go to the Pixie Hollow to get more. The people we work with make our job 18,000% better. Patch shift or patch photo shoot, you decide. So they probably did this before their shift started. But yes, it definitely helps when you have people who work with you who just understand everything you're going through, of, you know, the people don't wait behind the wait line or stuff like that. But we love our jobs, and we are just so into the story and everything like that. So our favorite people to talk to are kids. Yes. I had a little girl one time. It was her birthday. She was turning 7. And I'm over at Small World Merge. And she goes, are there fish in this water? I said, no, there's not fish. She goes, no fish, how about sharks? And I go, huh, no, if there's no fish, there's definitely no sharks. And I was like, why, do you think there should be sharks in here? She goes, yeah, I think that'd be fun. And I go, okay, well, I'll go tell my manager and I'll tell them Rachel said that there should be sharks in this water. She goes, okay, good, I'll expect that next time I come. Okay. Finally, we tell you to have a magical day because we genuinely want you to. Yes, listen, we don't like telling you that you can't come in 20 minutes early for a fast pass. We don't like getting yelled at. We don't like telling you when you're in the standby line and we're at merge to wait right there because we're gonna let 40 people go through the fast pass line. We don't like it, but we do it because we have to. It's not as spite to you, it's because that's our system and it's just the way it works. So we want you to have a magical day. When we can, we make magical moments. Like sometimes I'll let people through the fast pass line. Sometimes I'll give them an extra fast pass for a different attraction. We can make magical moments, especially if you're super nice to us or you've had a really bad day. We want to be able to do that for you. Sometimes you just can't do it. Like when our wait time's 3 hours. No, sorry. That being said, any questions you have for me, go ahead, leave down below. I will be able to answer them as best as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see my attractions video that I did, go ahead, that'll be in the description below. And anything you guys want me to do, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video.